Hey everyone, and welcome to the show after the show, quick kanji edition. So for today, I thought I'd give you a sort of a cultural look into the world of rice porridge in Thailand, because there's actually quite a few, and I've had people write me because they're confused about the different types of rice porridge. So kanji is the one that most people know about, and it's actually Chinese. It's like has an oatmeal consistency. The rice grains are sort of broken up and mushy and it's thick. So that's one type, and in Thailand we call that jok. But we also have another type of rice porridge called khao tom, which literally means boiled rice. That one, and there are actually two types of khao tom, which makes it even more confusing. So I'm gonna talk about one type first. So this one type, the main difference is the rice is actually whole. And it's just whole cooked rice that's then very briefly cooked in broth. So it's more like a rice soup than it is a porridge, right? But then you can sort of take that, and some people like to cook it a little more, so it's a little more porridge-esque. Some people don't even cook the rice in the broth. They just take rice, they pour broth over it, and then it's done. And then that usually comes with shrimp or chicken or whatever. So that's one type of khao tom. And for that, you wouldn't just say khao tom, you would say khao tom gai, which is chicken, khao tom mu, which is pork, or khao tom gung, which is shrimp. So you would specify what flavor of khao tom you want. So the other type of khao tom is called, the full name of it is khao tom gui, which means that you have plain, completely plain, unseasoned porridge that you eat with side dishes. Okay, so the consistency of khao tom gui is going to be more kanji-esque. So this is why it's confusing. So now you've got rice that's cooked in a lot of water until it's really thick and gooey. It is completely unseasoned, again, no salt whatsoever. And then you serve it with all sorts of different dishes. It could be salted eggs. You can make Chinese sausage salad. Stir-fried preserved radish is a common one. Stir-fried something is a common one. So you can go in Thailand to restaurants that specialize in khao tom gui, and you would just see all these different side dishes already cooked, and you just order which one you want, and then it comes served with your khao tom. And then a less popular one, it's not even really a porridge, but I lump it in this category because it is still rice in water of some form. It is a royal Thai dish called khao chae. So this is very hard to find. You got to go to like fancy places. And what it is, it's rice that they then pour cold ice water over. So it's cold, and that water has been scented with jasmine flowers. So they'll take jasmine flowers, let it float in the water, and the water will absorb the flavor of the jasmine flower. They take that water, pour it over the rice, and then they serve it with a few different side dishes. But unlike khao tom gui, the side dishes for khao chae is specific. There's only like 5-6 things that you serve with it. And they're all very labor intensive. Again, royal cuisine is always labor intensive. I can't even think off the top of my head what you would serve with it. Okay, so you would have one that I remember would be like shredded dried beef. So like beef jerky that's a little sweeter and shredded really fine. So you serve that with it. And then there's an egg dish of some sort. I'll put a picture up. I don't personally like it. I don't like to eat the floury water thing, like the floury rice water. To me, it's just a little weird. I think it's a little too perfumey for me, but for a lot of people, they love it. And I also don't really like cold rice. But it's definitely an interesting thing to try. And then finally, the final type of rice porridge is rice pudding. So now we're in the category of desserts, and of which we have lots. But when it comes to rice pudding for dessert, it is always sticky rice. For whatever reason, we do not use regular rice to make rice pudding, unlike the Western style rice pudding. It's always either white sticky rice or black sticky rice. And it's usually just cooked with a lot of water, sugar, and coconut milk. There's always coconut milk, and it usually has some add-ins like longens or corn or coconut meat or black beans. So lots of different types of ingredients that you add along with the rice pudding, which I find really interesting because we don't use sticky rice to make savory congee, but we also don't use regular rice to make sweet dessert. There seems to be this line that somebody drew in the past, but I'm sure it can actually be done and it wouldn't taste bad either way. So that's it. I hope you found that interesting. A little bit of a cultural context of the world of rice, of wet rice in Thailand. Any questions, Adam?
No.
No? No questions from Adam. All right.
I had one I'd forgotten.
Okay. Thank you as always for your support. If you have any questions, feel free to let me know, and I will see you next time. Bye.
Bye-bye.